Ms. Range claims Ms. Milner pressured her to stay in the sorority by loaning her the money and says Ms. Milner is just upset she left the sorority against the plaintiff's wishes.
All right, Ms. Milner, Ms. Range, I read your pleadings, and this is over $1,275 for sorority fees. Is that right?
Correct, Your Honor.
So we are not going to mention the name of the sorority, but you two were in a college sorority. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
How did you know each other before that?
Well, we met at the beginning of our freshman year in the dorms. We lived right across the hall from each other and became best friends practically right away.
Oh, okay. So you were friends, and so whose idea was it to join a sorority?
It was her idea. She was, her mother used to be in the sorority, I believe, and so
Okay.
she was very passionate about joining it. And since she was the first friend I made our freshman year, I followed through with her. I was like, you know what, why not? Why not
Right.
experience this?
So what type of sorority is this?
It's a social sorority, but we're
Just
also...
social, no service?
We also do philanthropy, yes.
Like, what do you guys do?
Sometimes we'll do like bake sales where we help with some organizations for children in need and things like that.
Okay, did you do some of that with her, some of the service stuff?
I participated in some, but I wasn't as passionate about the sorority to begin with. Like within the first year, I felt a disconnection, and I just knew I was,
Disconnection from her or from
The sorority
How
itself.
many other girls? It's sorority, so it's girls. How many other girls?
there was 16 in the house, but our chapter is 7. There's 70 total.
Oh, okay.
So-
All right, so it's small then.
Yeah,
Yes.
not one of the bigger ones.
What is it that you get out of it?
That's what I felt too. I felt a disconnection, and I was like, this is childish. Like it's all like
Well, not
not
only
my
does it
scene.
create a sisterhood, a friendship, but it's
Right.
really a business. You know, you can associate with these people for the rest of your life. I know people who've gotten jobs because they were in the same sorority.
Oh, I see.
It just creates a base. It creates,
It's
you know,
like LinkedIn or one of those things.
right, right.
For
Yeah,
co-
you
for
have to be
college students.
you have to be passionate about this business, and
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't.
And when you
Right.
go to such a big school, it helps to kind of
Right.
make it a little
so
bit smaller.
how much of your time on a weekly basis are you donating to this sorority?
A lot. I mean, we also lived in the house itself,
okay.
so it was kind of a daily thing.
so
but we
you're-
would
you're
maybe
in
have like an
it.
event once a week, whether it be like
Okay.
pancake breakfast, things like that, mixers with other sororities.
So
for
how
candidates.
is it that you came to have to pay her dues?
Well, she had started telling me at the end of our third year that she was thinking of deactivating, and me being
3 years in, you only had 1 year
Well,
left to go.
Well,
Right.
within the first year, after the end of the first year, I knew this is not what I wanted to do, but I stayed in it
For
because
2 more years.
And she
was
never communicated
pressuring
that to me, Your Honor.
She's very like controlling in a way, which
Like,
she's not
how was she
mentioning.
controlling you to stay in a sorority?
Well,
Do they haze?
No,
Do they haze or something? Is that something I'm not hearing?
no, Your
No,
Honor,
she was
it
just very passionate about it, and she's my best friend. So
Right.
you know, I stayed in it to be with her and just
Right.
like you know, I
And we
wanted to be
created
with
tons
my
of
friend.
beautiful memories. She had a great time and was very excited about it
Well,
throughout.
she hasn't told me that. Did we create tons of beautiful memories?
I had a great time the very first year.
But after that, it just got old.
After that, I just stayed in it for her, and then it came the part where I confessed to her. I was like, you know what? I'm thinking about deactivating, and I just don't want to be a part of this crowd anymore. I
That
don't
was the
like
end of
the
year
other
3.
girls.
The end of year 3.
That was, yeah, towards the end of second year, beginning of third year, and I just,
So she told you I don't want to be involved.
But yeah, her reasoning, what she communicated to me was because it was for financial purposes.
Right.
And I didn't want her to be bearing that weight. I mean,
Right.
she was one of my best friends.
So,
I
was
thought,
it because of financial reasons?
that was one of the reasons, but like overall, I just didn't want to be in it.
Why did
She
you
never
just
told
say
me
that? Why didn't you just say that? You know what? I'm out. Don't want to do
It's
it. We've
really
known each
hard.
other 3
It's
years.
really hard when you're she's my best friend. Like I started freshman year, she was my best
You know,
friend from the beginning.
Her name is Ava. My best friend is Ava too. And guess what? She's in a sorority still at her age. But I would be able to look at her because we best friends and we've been friends since college too and say, girl, I'm out of this.
But every
Yeah, you're on your own. Because 3 years is a long time to establish a friendship.
well, every time I brought up that I wanted out,
Right.
she would just talk me into staying, and I felt it was like her controlling side that I
She
couldn't
didn't have to
I
accept
couldn't
the
fight
money, Your
against
Honor.
it.
Coming up on Supreme.
You could have told her I'm not going to be responsible for this money. Don't give me any money.
She
I told-
deactivated.
when she offered to lend me that money, I told her I can't promise you that I'll pay you back.
Your
but
Honor?
if this is what you really
Wait,
want,
she said I can't promise you.
I have a promissory
Let me
note
see
right
the
here.
note.
This
Does
was
it say that
And a
in there?
check for 5 days
I'm
afterwards.
gonna do my best to pay you back, but I can't promise.
That was
Right.
before she actually lent me the check, Your Honor. Before
the
she
check
let me-
is dated
and then
five-
she decided to write out this
The
form.
check is dated 5
agreeing.
days after the promissory note.
Yeah, but there's no date stating when.
Wait a
I will
minute,
pay
best
this back.
friend. Wait a minute, best friend. You're not stupid. You're in college. Did you read this?
Yes, ma'am. I did.
Okay, and it says that I'm going to pay you back $1,275, right?
It does
Yes.
say that, but it never states a date.
Okay,
It never states a date when I will pay her back.
right.
I never.
Well, let me ask you this, best friend. When are you going to pay her back?
Well, at first I was going to do it eventually, but now after she brought up all these issues and then
Right.
she started talking about adding
Right.
interest
Right.
every time I didn't pay back,
Right.
every time we discussed this.
So you
she
just
would-
decided you're not going to pay her back?
as of this moment, I mean, I have paid her. I've given her some money in passing,
paid me-
which she didn't apply to those sheets.
Did she give you
So-
some money?
She paid me $20, kind of in a
Twice?
Twice.
Okay, so should we
But-
subtract $40 from this?
Sure.
It's not
It was
only that,
done-
it's the fact that she was controlling me to stay in the sorority.
You just
You can
don't
make your
seem
own-
like the type that can be controlled so easily.
I can't.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
But
Let me
for
tell you
her-
something. For somebody who felt so controlled, she couldn't get her money back out of you. She didn't have that kind of power over you.
I
She can
gave her-
control you to stay in an organization that you don't want to be in for 3, almost 4 years,
I
but she
stayed in
can't get back her money from you. I don't buy it.
I stayed in it
I'm
for
ready
her.
to roll.
For her. I did it for her. I stayed in there for her.
You care so much about her? She
That-
wants her money.
I did. She was my first friend.
She wants her money.
Your
I'm ready
Honor,
to
she
roll.
threw that
I'm going to
money at me.
subtract $40 from this.
I respect that.
So that makes it $1,235. All right,
Yes,
judges?
she threw that money at me. She threw it down my throat. She made me take it. She
And
she
you
wanted
are
me to
so
stay.
controlling.
She is
Judgment
very
for the
controlling.
plaintiff in the amount of $1,235. Good luck to you both.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,235.